Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, hello, Snowy Ox. Hey, Heels Lips. Hey, living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Hey, HTX, sweetie. Okay, what we're going to talk about this morning is some things that happened yesterday. Uh, Ness went live, and she was doing her commentary, and then she said, co- Brooke talked to Shelly on the phone, and allegedly Ness said that Shelly had did a live and like told um, Brooke that she needed to call her, and like, you better call me. And so Ness them have some kind of group, and in that group, Brooke said that she was not gonna call Shelly, but she wound up calling Shelly. And what they talked about, I have no idea. You know, I do know that Shelly and Brooke used to be cool. Um, I don't know what they fell out about because there's be so many things that go on YouTube that a lot of the storylines, I don't be interested in them. And it was a point in the beef sector that I just hung around totally in the Mo3 sector because it was not anything that I was interested in going on in the beef sector. So see, when that time frame came, I could have missed, you know, what was going on. Um, so allegedly, they say that Brooke and Shelley have been cool in a while, and Ness wanted to know why she was, feel compelled to talk to Shelley. And so, they kind of went back and forth about that and stuff. And then, they started talking a little bit about that guy Pills and they really didn't get anything settled. And then Malik, he wound up backstage, and Ness told Brooke that Malik was backstage. She wanted to bring him up, and Brooke said, "If you bring him up, I'm leaving." Well, Brooke, they talked some more and stuff, and she let Malik up, and Brooke left. And Malik is very long winded. Like if you ask him a question, it could be a yes or no answer, but he is so long winded on answering your question. People be, like cutting him off and all that kind of stuff. So you really don't get very much out of him, but evidently, um, he wanted Brooke like to meet him at the courthouse. I think it was something to do with signing the divorce papers. And like I said, I don't know very much. I don't know a whole lot about a divorce because I've never been married and never been divorced. So I don't think that you could just go to the courthouse and say I want a divorce. I don't think it worked like that, but I don't know. Well, he stayed up there for a while, and different people were just throwing questions at him, and it was just crazy. And then Brooke went live too while that was going on with Ness. So I ran over there to listen to her, and I know she said that she was not going to Vegas. And she was not. And then I left and I came over here and I you know, did the little shorts like I do to let people know, hey, it's going on over at Ness's. Hey, it's going on over at Brooks. So I don't know if Brooke is really not going to Vegas. I don't know. And they say that ODS had did a live yesterday because Brooks' husband was supposed to be going over there, and what he said is that she didn't show up at the courthouse allegedly. That's what they saying in the street. And they asked him about the baby, and he said that he only have sons. And see, the baby that Brooke has been showing the picture of that are floating around YouTube, it's a little girl. So I'm just saying, he never said that she had a little girl. He just said that he had sons. And like he never gave her like a yes, she have a baby, or no, she don't have a baby. And then he also said allegedly on OTS that he didn't have a son. He said something else because it was already in my mind just then. He said he didn't have a son. Well, maybe I remember it, a little bit later. But let me speak to some of you guys, some more of you guys. Um, hey, Mike Lewis, she getting the attention that's for her ass wanted. She just mad about it. Type of attention that she get. I believe it because see, another thing, this keeps coming up. Okay, like when Brooke get in hot water, she'll just go over there and just do lives on her channel. She won't really hang out like over in the beef sector, and she'll let it cool down, whatever the issue is, and then she'll start coming back over here to the beef sector. And she been doing that ever since she been here. When she come to the beef sector, she would run from our Kelly sector because allegedly some stuff went on about donations. Like people sending in, different stuff that was supposed to be auctioned off, and the auction never happened. And some of the people that were over there, like the LG and TG, the twins, they've been on her back over that for years, okay? So like I said, when it get hot over here, she'll just go to her channel and just start hanging out and making lives over there. And then she'll let it cool down and she'll come back to the beef sector. And this has been for years with Brooke, okay? And another thing, the LG or whichever sister that was over there on Ness's yesterday, she said that allegedly Brooke has done this before over in that sector, the R. Kelly sector. And I don't think it's an R. Kelly sector anymore, free R. Kelly, because see, he's in prison now for a long time. Um, and I never understood why they had that sector, because let me tell you, like over 20 years ago, I knew R. Kelly was a child abuse, a child rapist. That's what you call it, a apist. But he was doing that shit way, way back then, okay? And he was getting away with it. Everybody in the black communities knew about it. Like when I found out he was doing what he was doing with kids, he was dead to me. I didn't listen to his music. I didn't support him. And then like if people was around me that supported him, I would tell them, like a lot of them had children, and I would tell them, your little girl is gonna want to go to R. Kelly concerts because the little girls did, and it might be a chance you giving him an opportunity maybe to grab your child real quick and do whatever he want to do and send her on her way, because that's just what he would do when he had concerts in the different cities. He would get the little girls to come on the bus, do whatever he got to do, give them a rose and send them out the door. You know, and that's exactly how he operated when he would be on the road, baby girl. He was doing them little girls and get in that bus and go to the next town. You see what I'm saying? And that went on for years. And some of them he would take them out of out of their states and take them home with him. He wouldn't just keep them do them in the parking lot. He would just take them like to his state wherever he lived. And then when he would get through with them, put them on the bus and send them back. Or if he going through that area, he would drop them off and keep going to the next concert. And he was videoing them and all of that kind of. He was a monster. And like I said, I did not support his music at all. I did before I knew what he was doing, but when I found out what he was doing, no more support. I don't care what kind of song he sang. I don't want to hear that shit. And that's just me. Hey, y'all. Claudia, Ronnie Howard. Remember, let me see what he said. Remember when she and Malik were going, giving a relationship right? Advice might be safe for them to delete that video. And yes, remember they were supposed to do a couple show, because their marriage had that rocky spot with Pretty Chocolate Girl, and they were supposed to be doing a show together, and they did maybe one or two, and that was it. And then Malik, I think he had a child back then. But it's been several scandals with Brooke, because I remember one time a guy, I didn't never heard this man before. He wound up coming over here saying that they had messed around. That's in some other sector. I can't remember his name. But he was hitting links over here and talking about, them what they was doing. And then they had the Pretty Chocolate Girl scandal. Now I like Pretty Chocolate Girl, but she wasn't. She was not interested in Malik. Malik was interested in her. You know, but and see, they had that mess, and then one night something happened over there at Lemons, and they were on her head about allegedly Malik hitting her child, her little boy, in the stomach or in the kidneys or something like that. And how their people on that panel was jumping out the woodwork on her, and they was all on her head. And like that lady that knew over here, that Miss Thing, she was dragging the hell out of Brooke over there on Lemons one night. And then they said like her and, I think Brianna got her and Miss Thing got into it. I think it was over there at Brooks. And Brooke was on the panel. Her panel kind of stay full all the time. And it was Brooke and several others on the panel. And Miss Thing got on. That's when she supposed to had drugged Bree. Her and Bree got into it. And Brooke sit up there quiet as a church mouse while that girl was acting a fool on Brianna. Which to me, Brooke should have jumped in there with Brianna. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, people was making videos about Miss Thing and stuff. And I don't really see that lady around, anymore. 'Cause they was acting like she was gonna be King Kong, like she was gonna take over the beast sector. And honey, and Miss Thing knew what time it was. She knew to go on back over there, child, wherever you come from, cause the beast sector gonna get on your damn head. So, shit, I got off track then. Hey, executive sessions. You ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. You ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. But you ain't no friend of mine. Trying to make sure I speak to everybody. And another thing, because see, this was a bad idea all the way around when they had that For the Love of Brooke, because I was saying she's married. Why would you have a For the Love of Brooke show when she was still married? You know, I think that's crazy to do that. And now you see what time it is. It's a mess. And even if Malik wanted her to do the show, or if he didn't want her to do the show, people change their minds over a time. And you don't dangle meat in front of like front of a tiger. Cause see, her and Pills now, I don't know. Allegedly, they really like each other. So Malik, you shouldn't have let the girl do it. They allegedly you said it was okay, and the closest getting to Vegas, now you want to act out, Malik. So I don't know. Like I said, on that kind of situation, I don't think that was a good idea. Hey, Madison W. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. I wouldn't dangle my damn husband if my husband couldn't be on no For the Love of Paulette husband show. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Because we might get back together. Hey, Simply Made. Hey, Carissa. But yeah, I wouldn't dangle my husband even if I was mad at him. He couldn't be on no dating show. No. My boyfriend can't be on. Oh hell no, you can't be on a dating show. Mm-mm. What do y'all think about that? Do you think you would allow your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend? Would you allow them to be on a dating show for the love of whatever? I'm just asking for a friend, child. I'm just asking for a friend. But I want to let my mm-mm. Hey, swirl girl. I think that's everybody. But like I said, I don't really like to talk about relationships that much, but I'm just giving, just a little feed, commentary on it because like that's like the main thing that's going on YouTube right now. Well, in the beef sector, um, see, and I don't really. Maybe maybe today will be the day she'll say, "Yes, I have a baby," and has showed her the baby, or "No, I don't have a baby," and not showed them. Whatever, She might just keep it going like it is on that. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's unnecessary confusion. You know, uh, I, because the dating show could have got been after she got her divorce. Like some people have divorce parties. Could have had a divorce party connection show. And see, that would have been a good idea. After you get a divorce. I don't think that would have been. I think that would have been a better thing than for the love of Brooke while you still married. So I might be wrong. Hey, Jado, let me see what else that I seen in the beef section because I came on several times yesterday with giving their little wives. Oh, and the young thugs trial is still out. You know, the um, we got to wait for the ruling concerning the judge. We still waiting on that. I think they were supposed to do something in court. That's today. It was either today or the 10th to the appellate court. It was either, well, it couldn't have been the 10th because they would have been saying stuff about it yesterday. So now, so it got to be today that they supposed to be doing something at the appellate court concerning the judge. And I'll get you guys caught up on that too. Claudia, what you say? I ain't going, honey. Keep me a rusty blade under my. Child, you do that under your tongue, that razor blade. Girl, I'm too scared to do that. But I have friends and stuff that do. They know how to, and they know how to do it on the side too. They mouth. My mama used to say everybody walked around with a razor in their mouth back in the day, and we used to see a lot of people with, like those scars going down their face. That was from them straight razors and the razor blades, and on their arms and stuff. You know, when they would get in fights, they would cut each other. But yeah, I didn't think that dating show was a good idea. And it should have been just like what Brianna did. Like Brianna didn't even pick nobody. You see what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I wouldn't pick nobody because I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know nothing about you, nigga. No. Okay. Now see, oh, and I told y'all about Cake Kira. I came over, did a live, and let you know guys know that the bando they was over there having light banter and stuff, and I said it might turn into a fight before the night was over. I was right. It did turn into a fight before the night was over. And Kate Kira, like I said, she did that live because she was at work and everybody was asking her to do a live, and that's why she opened the bootleg house up, the bando. But they clown so bad, honey. Kate Kira just stopped the live. They got on, all that hooping and hollering and talking about dead folks and all that kind of shit. She said, forget that. And she just, whoop, let that live go. Ooh, child. And I seen her come back out on the streets too late last night. Um, she was, I think it was at Bimps that they was asking her about the live and stuff. And she just was just didn't have very much to say about it at all, because he got out of control while she was gone. Work doing her job because she worked at the hospital. And Duck, he's a clown. That's Broadway's brother. Hell, he the main one keep all the shit going. You know what I'm saying? He get the shit started, and then he get out of control. And he acts so innocent when K. Kira came back. They met up later on another line, and he was trying to tell her his role in it and stuff, and they were telling him, "You was a lie." Shit. But hey, Tracy's pieces is in the house. He's in the house. He's in the house. You got to work this weekend, Tracy? Are you out? But I was on, Tracy's panel yesterday, and we was discussing a little bit about Brooke, and I was telling her how Jadon asked her about the baby. Hey, Brooke, do you have a baby or not? She was asking stuff like, and Brooke had went off. Now that was the day before, and don't be talking about my baby. She was doing all of that. You know, and you know how she act when you asked her about it. She got a baby. Lady Silver Fox, how you doing this morning? And then after then another thing, they start digging deep in their minds to why did she come up with the baby story. And it was because they allegedly it was because of Teresa's in pieces is in the house. She's in the house. She's in the house. They said that Teresa was dragging her real bad and dragging her little son and all of that. And then she went over to Pizarro's. And that's when Teresa and Pizarro they didn't get along. So she got over there and she was in it. She talking about my son and this and that. And I'm pregnant. And that's when the pregnancy came about. All that I laughed my black ass off at J Don messing with her. She was saying, but Ness, I was I, all I want to know is did she have what did she have? Do she really have a baby? And this I'm not talking to J Don. I mean, I'm not talking to Brooke Ness. I'm talking to you now. Do do Brooke have a baby? Yes. Ooh. And Teresa, she don't like J Dub, but sometimes I have to tell the story about someone what her enemies do and what my enemies do. But Teresa don't be wanting to hear me say that child name, child. But J Dunn can be funny sometimes. And they say that she made a laugh about Brooke too yesterday morning, and I didn't see that live, but I'm gonna go over there and see it because I keep hearing it was a good live, and she wasn't trying to dog nobody out. It was just explaining the situation, and so I'm gonna look at her and see what she had to say about that too. I'm still trying to read what y'all saying. Yeah, look, do you have a baby or not? And when Brooke started going off, she said, Ness, all I want to know is there a baby? And I wasn't talking to her then. I'm talking to you now. Jada know she can get on people's nerves. Who that child? And me and her don't get along because she'll say something smart to me every once in a while. And then I cuss her out. And then she was saying, and look, you was trying to be nice to me yesterday. I said I was not trying to be nice to you yesterday. I was just speaking and talking to you like a regular conversation, but you always ruin it. But then we was on another panel and we talked, doing input on the conversation, and we didn't get into it, you know. Because I told her if you say something crazy to me, I'm gonna go off on you now every time. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. And please hit the like button. Yeah, you ain't gonna talk to me no any kind of way. Talk to me like a lady, and I'll talk to you like a lady. Yeah, Tracy been hitting the panels lately. She have been hitting Lemon's panel, and I see she was on Nest panel, but see, I missed some of the things that she talked about. A lot of the things she talked about because I was coming over here telling you guys where to go, and I was doing my good 5 minutes, and then I had to go back to Brook, and then I had to go back to Nest. So see, I was missing stuff, and then I was looking around the street to see what was going on, and so I'm gonna have to go back to this live and look at the part where Tracy was on when everybody was up there asking questions because it was different people asking questions and the panel was moving smooth. It was good conversation and things, but I couldn't get really off into it because you see, I'm trying to look around too to see what's going on and get to come over here and let you guys know where it's popping at the time, you know and it was like several lives going on when Ness was live because she do long lives and people be going lives, while she live, and I just be moving around, and not like I said, I be wanting, to because if you don't know where to go, hell, YouTube can be boring because you be missing where the action is, you know, because I've done that several times, be live. And then later on, they be saying, "Ooh, they was going, such and such had a good live." They be on different panels talking about them, and then I have to go back and watch. You know, Red Ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, honey, Jay Don was saying, "Do you have a baby?" Ooh, child. But yeah, Pizarro. I looked at some of her live yesterday, trying to think of what she was cussing about. Cause shit was going on. And see, I didn't write. I got to keep my notepad up because I have missed so much, putting so much stuff in there. Let me see if I put anything in my notes. Just a second. But yeah, honey. Let's see what this say. Now I don't know if Binary came back because he done stopped his show, his morning show, and I don't know if he's coming back. And since he had been gone, MBK had went over to Nick Lemons one night, and he was saying that doing a show is hard because you have to. It's not just doing the show; it's that you have to get out of here and look at these different channels so you'll have something to talk about when the show come on. And see, they was doing the every morning show, and they was having to come up with material. And he said that was really hard, But he said, and then he wasn't getting paid for it. But he really wasn't. That wasn't the big issue, the pay part. The big issue was him having to watch, the videos to stay caught up so they would have something to talk about the next morning, And he was like kind of wigging out on how hard it was. So I don't know if Binary have come back. I'll look and see that. Well, yeah, I'll look over there to see if he did um, come back because a lot of people saying that he is going to come back, but he's showing them he didn't come back. They were thinking that he would do a show Monday, and allegedly he haven't done a show. But like I said, I'll look at that and I'll be able to tell you guys next time I come on. Okay, what else I got on here? Okay, another thing. A couple of days ago, um, the on Lemon's panel, like uh, anybody can come over there because he always have an open panel. And Envy was going over the Mo3 beef sector history, and he wasn't telling it right. And ever since he been over here in the beef sector, he haven't been telling it right. But see, it's not my place to get up there and correct him because I feel I am not more three. I know I'm not. And so I'm not going to get up there and be arguing with people about more three stuff. I'm just not going to do it. Now, if they're doing a history and I feel like hitting the link and asking questions, I will. Well, since he wasn't telling it right, different ones from the most three sector started hitting the panel, like Lady Snoop, uh, Just Cool, and different ones. They was hitting the panel and they was saying their part. Nurse K, it was several of them went up there that night, and I was so glad. Um, and of course, Envy wasn't telling it right. And when they was trying to tell him he was wrong, he would get mad and pout and jump down, then get back up there, all that kind of bullshit. Well, the next day, Cam did a live concerning the Mo3 sector, the Mo3 beef sector. And him and allegedly him and Mahaya, they made it up. Like Cam went out to the mommy sector and different sectors and recruited people to come back to the Mo3 sector, Mo3 beef sector, and they come to the Mo3 sector because the Mo3 sector was beef sector wasn't created at that time. Well, when he brought all those people over there and they were spreading out and, getting to know people and people subscribing to their channels, um, then the Mo 3 sector, the bigger ones that have been there a long time, they really didn't want the over there because they said all they were doing was beefing. They weren't talking about Mo 3. And so that's why Mo 3 beef sector was created because they do beef, they want to beef, and every once in a while you get a lesson on Mo 3, when new news come up about Mo 3 and all of that. Um, so that discussion was held over there on Cams. Um, I was in and out, and I think I did a short live to let you guys know. If you want to know about that, you can go over there. Um, and then Cam, I don't know what happened from that, but then Cam started doing lives and talking bad about Maya, and that's how this skirmish come this time with them. But it got out of hand, and now they not friends. They not cool right now. It come to a head, and a couple of days later, you know, Cam kept calling them bitches and all that kind of stuff, and Mahel got tired of it, and he went live and did what he had to do. And so they not cool. Right? They not cool. Period. Um, see what else happened. And I'm gonna get off of that. Um, let me look at my notepad and see if I see anything here. And Child Cam was that saying what Mahel be doing with his money and all of that kind of stuff, and how much money do you be making and all of that. And I don't think that was cool. Yeah, I don't think that was cool at all. And I really hate they fell out because I like their chemistry. I thought, I like their chemistry. But, people fall out, friends fall out. But I really didn't want them to fall out. But that ain't, I ain't got no control over that. Let me see. I'm looking through to see if I made any more notes. That's what I'm doing. I know this is sorry live for you guys, ain't it? Oh, and Snoop is supposed to be going to Vegas. She lives in California, And it was the word was on the curb that MU was going, to be with Jay Wilson then. So I don't know if MU really gonna go or not, child. But that'll be another thing to I'll be looking for when they be in Vegas to see if Lady Snoop and MU wind up over there with Jay Wilson then. And I heard that somebody said they were gonna hit Jay Pep Wilson in the face with a pie, and then another person said they were gonna spray him with water, like them water guns. And that's all I got to say about that. And somebody said they were gonna slap him. Now, I don't think that would be a good idea to do any of those things because Jay Wilson had just as much right to go to Vegas and not be harassed as anybody else. You know, but it's gonna be some low down stuff that happened in Vegas. Somebody's gonna tape somebody conversation. Somebody's gonna sneak and show how people look, and it's not gonna be a good side. It's gonna be a bad side. Like a ugly picture. They ain't gonna be putting out pretty stuff. Um, and if you get drunk, they're gonna take pictures of you or high because you can buy weed anywhere there. Um, so that's gonna be interesting to look at when it's going on, and it's gonna be interesting to hear the feedback that they give us when they come back. On the sneaking and taking pictures and stuff. So we have that to look forward to. And like I said, the beef sector do this every year. They get together some, content creators and they do things. And when they come back, it's some kind of scandal every time. So, and as far as I know, Kim is supposed to be going. He's Mo3 sector. And see that sector will be represented through him. Now, I don't know if anybody else from the Mo3 sector is going on the trip. Um, intrinsic intrinsic going, and she's black sector, I think. And I'm trying to think of that Pills guy, he from that Umar sector. So see, that's another sector that's gonna be in the Vegas uh meet and greet. I'm trying to think of anybody else from any other sector. So see, that's three different sectors beside the beef sector. So far, that's going to be represented on the getaway in Vegas, and I think it'll be interesting. I know it's going to be in it, and the beef sector is going to be glued to their screens, and it's going to be several content creators there. They're going to be going live, so it's going to be lives going on in Vegas, and good stuff when they come back. You can buy butt and snatch and everything else there. I want, I want that to go. Well, child, I know they still snatch. It was when I was there. It was a girl. She had on a little mini dress, and it was white, and she had her in the front. She had it where you could see her thong. When she walked, so she was selling Uzi. You know, and I was saying, damn. I was saying, damn. And then they be giving you them cards with the naked women and men on them, and it have where you can find them. They do all kind of shit in Vegas. All kind of bullshit. I love it there. Who search history? The lady is a mess. Yep. Now, Nestim is supposed to have a party bus, and Cam is supposed to be going on it. I don't know if Jay Wilson gonna go. And I think chat rep is supposed to be going on the party bus, and I wish they show stuff on the party bus. I want them to show a whole lot of stuff. I want to see them having fun. That's what you do when you go on vacation, have fun. But I wouldn't want to go to Vegas with no YouTube people. You know, I would want to go with somebody I know in my personal life, somebody that I love, and we somebody that we look out for each other and have a lot in common. Some of my girlfriends, because I don't know nobody on YouTube like that. That be want to spend my money, and then I might not be, our chemistry might not be good. And that would be what I would just holler at you. Hey, I'll be back. I got my key. I'll holler at you look tomorrow. That's how I be doing. I'll holler at you at breakfast. I'll call you. Don't call me. If my trip wasn't going good, I mean, say, uh, I'll call you when I want to hook up. Don't call me. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm going over here and do this. Yeah, that's what I would do. Trying to think of anything else. I'm trying to think of who was uh, Zyro. She was fussing about something yesterday. And then I watched her live from a couple of days ago, and it was some dragging going on there live. James and Nina. Ooh, shit, they drug each other. Do you hear me? They drug each other. They drug each other like dogs. James was calling her Swedish, and all kind of Amishish and all kind of stuff. You need to go kill a goat. Go kill a goat. He was talking crazy to her. Yeah, that was funny. And then chat rep, she came over to Maya's um the last hour. She was over there for a while, and she said somebody stole her Cadillac converter and something else off of her car. And she said that she got that fixed, but when she got up this morning to go to work, two of her tires was flat. And she said she drove her mother's truck to work. So I'm just telling you about that. And she's still excited about Vegas. And Joyce vlogs. Now I think it's commentary about Joyce now. She's been doing some good lives too. Kimmy went on her live the other day. Because Kimmy been booed up with her husband, child, her new husband. So she haven't been going live, but she did pop out and was over at Joyce's the other day. I think they were talking about Krista and TC. Yep, they were talking about Krista and TC, and I think that's about all they was talking about. And Kimmy was verifying things that has been said about TC. She was verifying it too. And Joyce has been going live a lot more than she used to. Um, she's still dragging Jay Wilson. Ooh, child. Yeah, she's still dragging Jay Wilson, child. And I seen Heidi. She was on Jay Wilson's the other day. Heidi Fly. And she's supposed to be going to Vegas too. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. Let me see if I can see any more notes. I got to do better. I'm sorry, y'all. I probably be doing better than this, but I hadn't been making no notes. I know I have. I've been doing very few notes. I've been all off into YouTube. Oh, and that uh Julio, the rapper from Florida that was murdered. They have had his funeral, and there are people from the Mo 3 sector and the Mo 3 beef sector. It's some dudes over in another sector that do that gang banging and stuff. And child, them boys up, them little young boys, they've been threatening people, um, showing GUNs and uh, allegedly ratchet TV. They after him, and I heard they after 88 and some more people over there. And they don't know. They need to leave them boys alone, them little young boys, because they Thundercats. And, people was dropping addresses in the chat for them little young boys. And allegedly Queen 88 is trying to find somewhere else to live because she's scared. And allegedly Ratchet is trying to find somewhere else to live because he's scared because they addresses have been dropped. And them little Thundercats, them little gang bangers, they have, it's getting ugly. And uh, wherever them boys be at, wherever they do their lives and shit, I ain't even going over there to be nosy. Cause I don't. But if I did go over there, I stay in the clouds. I won't be dropping down. You know what I'm saying? Cause they get vicious over there, child. I found out that yesterday, and shit. I was saying, what? And they was if I like I said, if I do go over there, I'm gonna say it in the clouds because they say them boys got them big old long, uh, them assault rifles and shit. Oh my God, Jesus! I ain't, but yeah, they say they want. They just got scared and trying to find somewhere else to stay because people have dropped them people addresses, child. But oh, long things. What y'all talking about? Long things. And then I heard, I watched that guy. That ZX had told to meet him so they could fight. I found the channel. Chucky put it in my chat, and I went over there to look at it. And child, that man was walking that streets on it to the place that they were gonna meet at. He had parked somewhere, and then they started walking. And honey, it was hot out there. And that man had his sweat rag, and he take his hat off and wipe the top of his head and his face, and he throw that towel back around his neck, and keep on walking, child. And he waited out there for ZX, I guess about 30 minutes, child, and ZX didn't show up. And he walked on back to his car, and he went in this Greasy Spoon restaurant, and he was saying this is where he wanted me to meet. I wouldn't need none of this shit in here. He was talking like that, and I was saying, oh my God, please don't be talking like that. And them owners is right there. Yeah, but yeah, ZX didn't want no part of that man. He didn't go. But yeah, child. I see this though. That's why I look and see it on my little notepad. But with that Julio guy, them guys don't even never think they gonna live to be no 25 or 30. That is just awful. But back in the day, see, remember the gang bangers in the 80s and the early 90s? Child, it was all kind of kids just killing kids. They were like 14 and 17. Them is teens. You're 18. Your life is over. And that was awful. Awful. Doing all them drive-bys and stuff. You know, just acting. But just think about how long they've been gone. And they were children. And see, the same thing, it never stopped. It's still going on. You know, they just slaughtering each other. Hey, Rodney. Rodney, I was in your live. You did a good live this morning. Yeah, they were just slaughtering each other. Didn't ever have a chance at life. They've been gone 30 years. And they were just babies. And it's still going on, like in Florida and stuff. And some of them little guys that got murdered, they stay in the house all the time. Or they go out at night, but it's like real fast, and it be a group of them. And like on one of them birthday, they decide like to go out to eat. And after they got through eating, people were shooting at them, and some of them lost their life just because they chose to go to eat at a restaurant, like normal people get to do, and let their guard down. And I think like three of them got murdered. Yeah, it's just awful. Let's see if I see anything else on here. Let's see. Yep. Talk to that young thug out there. I think that's it, yeah. Because Paulette didn't do her homework. She didn't put nothing much in her notes. I get all caught up in what's going on. Let's see. I'm just going through all of them to make sure I didn't put something down here and I forget. But honey, I ain't been taking no notes. I'm doing a crappy job. But child, I promise I'll do better. Yeah, that's it. That's it, child. Let me look at it. Well, that's it. But I'm getting ready to go. I hope you learned something out of this, because I don't think it was a very good live. But I promise to do better. And the next time I have my notes lined up better. And I want to thank you guys for coming to spend some time this morning with me. And I'm going to just step on out right now. Ooh, child. I promise I'll do better with my notes next time. Ooh, child. Maybe we'll find out about if Brooke have a baby, or if she's really not going to Vegas today. Or did she go to the courthouse and sign the papers for Malik? Ooh, child. If I see anything out here on these streets, I'll come back and let you guys know. Ooh, child. I'll see you next time. Bye.